Hello everyone, Jeff here. Welcome back to some more Death Must Die. We're starting mid-run because we don't have all the alteration dice I would normally like, but we are also immortal, so that's cool. I think this works on everything up till D90, and let me show you guys what's going on. First, I'm gonna turn off my attack and just let the enemies wail away, and they're just gonna die because they can't do anything. And we are going to take very minor damage and then heal it all up immediately. So what are we doing, right? That's the question. Well, we have plus 500% heals and regions, which when you add that to 3.2 is a much larger number per second, which is pretty good. We also have 50% DR, damage reduction is working, so we're just not taking damage at all, really. The funny part about this build is that we're running a tier 1 sword, the Equilibrium. You guys may remember this from previous versions of the game. Previous videos I made. It's kind of sick that it works now. It was broken for a while. We're also running the new unique Prayer in the Dark, which gives 20% heals. I'm also running a 30% heals relic. This is like my worst piece because if those 9 rerolls were alteration dice, this would be sick, but alas. Besides that, I'm running a bunch of like tier 2 stuff that just happens to have life regen on it. You could probably maximize this much better if you get proper tier 3 gear, but that's not the case. So basically all you have to do is get justice and you should win just from her abilities, from like retribution. I guess I'll show off my talent tree too, because that's kind of relevant to this whole thing. Only part of it though. So what really matters is the extra armor, the damage reduction. Holy Restoration is the key to everything. Devotion's always good if you're playing Aberon. There's almost never a reason not to pick this. Worldly Study seems very strong in Act 3. That's the only reason we're taking that here. You deal more damage, got significantly buffed because it's affecting the global damage stuff. And then Champion is just extra damage. We could go more defensive here, but we're already like all defensive in our gear, so getting some attack damage here is good. And then extra luck, because realistically, when you're doing this, you're going to end up with Flare or Grappling Hook. You're going to want to. If you don't get either of those, it's going to be a slower run than you want. So right now, we have Mountainous Might and Retribution. Like, we have Justice and Nin. And realistically, we would want Summer or Crom. I think either of those would be fine. Or we could just take Expert Retribution, which I don't really want to do. I guess Sword of Justice isn't atrocious, but I also want to use my rerolls here. And I say that because we're gonna take Merciful Attack Weakened. I say that because if you do this and you hit Inner Peace, the run is over, you win, you don't have to attack, you don't have to do anything anymore. You're gonna level up a bunch because you're getting so much XP. I'm gonna take Alterations to see if we can hit Summer out of it. Flare is like the best thing. This is supposed to be working now, so let's just go and hit Protection, and that's gonna put us at 33% DR. That happens like after, but it's still damage reduction, and if we're going immortal, we might as well go full immortal. Am I right? Now, what I will say, this is not the fastest, flashiest build. You're not doing anything fancy. And again, it's only viable up to about 90. That is because the last 10 levels of darkness are reducing your healing percentage, and you're getting away with this by like multiplying your healing percentage, which you can't do if you have minus 100%, which kind of sucks. That said, take attack speed here. That said, there is another way to go about it with armor if you so choose. I think we take Master here and we just hope we hit the legendary. Like, you can't get legendaries without Master, so why not just go for that? There's others, like, we still want to hit Flare. We still want to hit, I don't know. That's about it. that's about it. Oh, Pi. We still want to hit Piety. However you want to say it. I'm pretty sure it's piety, but whatever. We're gonna take cleansing, and we're gonna take cleansing is very important because, well, you could probably get away with like AFKing this. The only issue is if you get hit with the you can't heal curse, you're gonna die very quickly. So that is an issue. That is the one thing keeping this from being like the best auto win. I tested this a second ago without the damage reductions and stuff, and without justice. Yeah. And the frog could not kill us. He literally did not attack fast enough. Now, mind you, we're only playing at D50 because that's where I'm like setting all these videos. I think it's a fair and fun like difficulty medium. Although things have been nerfed recently, so I probably would have bumped that up to 70. But since we've been sticking to 50, like I just want to stick to 50 until we move up to the next bracket. Then we have to start playing like actually like really busted stuff. For the most part. This should carry everything. Like, basically the only way we could die is by getting bursted down. And there's not a ton of absurd burst in this act. I will take heal 1, I guess. Heal 1 with plus 500% healing is pretty good. Again, the obvious problem here is, right, we're just not getting XP because we're not killing things. So hitting flare would be huge. It doesn't matter because the frog can't kill us, but and we have retribution, which is going to kill the frog, and we are healing a significant amount from retribution, so there's that too. Problem is retribution requires enemies to actually hit you, and sometimes that's very difficult. All right, we're gonna reroll here and hope we get lucky. Inner peace would be incredible, but if we don't get it, we don't get it. I'll take Master Celestial Wings, though. Oh, we're moving real slow. We're chilled. Well, I kind of let those ice skeletons beat on us for a while, so that's gonna be why. Yeah, this is the problem. We're very bad against. Well, rephrase. We're not very bad against anything. We're very slow at getting XP against non-ranged enemies, which kind of sucks. I'm gonna go try and kill these things with XP Shrine, but again, we're unless we hit Flare or Grappling Hook, we're not killing very quickly. You could put on a piece of like thorns here and be okay. I think this is gonna go fine though, because if I guess we have Frost Nova on our boots. As long as he tries to spit on us, he's just gonna die from it. And did our HP bar even move? I don't think it actually did. Yeah, so you just got to spit more. Seen more spitting from the frog. I don't think this is going to work out incredibly well versus Scarecrow, to be fair. So we need some other forms of damage, right? But I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. We're taking literally no damage, even from his slam. And this isn't even like the armor. Like the armor version of this character goes ridiculous because then you just take very low damage, but you don't have this absurd heal that we're doing. I just thought it'd be fun to do an equilibrium run in Act 3. Also, Deoxys, one of the longtime viewers and commenters and everything on the Discord, he said, I think yesterday it was, that he finally found the equilibrium sword he's been looking for like over 100 hours. So it felt appropriate to try something with it. All right, these things are just all gonna die. We need another level is what we do. We need flare or something. Maybe we get a good shrine here. Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? We'll see. At least we move around faster with the wings. Whenever you evade, heals. Okay. Well, we're not evading, but if we were evading, that would add more to our healing stat, which is obviously good. Yeah, I definitely think some XP per second probably would have gone a little better than random HP regen here. It's certainly not optimized, right? It's not. We're mostly in tier 2 gear, which is part of the problem. Also, we're missing the 100% damage from the weapon. Basically, all weapons now, that's the standard. They have 100% global damage right out the gate for tier 3. So it adds up. It adds up to being a lot. Right. All right, Mr. Trent. Tree-ent. We don't do any damage. I guess what we could do for the Scarecrow is stand in the bramble. That should work. Abandoned cage. I'll take 2% movement speed. That's okay. You don't find that one often. It's kind of rare. This is a very odd run. I feel like we've just gotten no XP. I feel like I've got like negative XP gear on, but I guess I'm just not killing things. Yeah. I have break a leg too. These boots are weird. This whole setup is just so odd, but it seems like it works. Give me damage, please. The good news is XP is like linear growth, so big XP shrines like this one will level us. We haven't even gotten our 3rd god yet. That's how weird this is. I'm gonna alterate. Do I just take common flare? Do I want to be a common flare boy? No, I'm gonna be a master flare boy. Okay, well, now we have damage. It's not great, but we have it. Our prime stat should be power. No, it's attack now. Oh, it's probably gonna be attack anytime we're exalted. I didn't even think about that. Well, whatever. It is what it is. Overgrown swamp. Okay, what about rock shield? Oh. What about master rock shield? Oh, okay. What about quake to get us XP? And solely to get us XP? I really feel like we're playing the game in slow motion right now. I don't know what to say. I can't really do anything against those guys. Yeah, this is the real problem with using a tier 1 weapon right now on a overly defensive build. But if you're just looking to, you know, win and not die, it feels like this is a viable path. Also, plus life regen stats go crazy. Can we get some more mob density? I feel like there haven't been that many skeleton boys coming at us here. All right. Oh, it's a fake shrine. We got fake shrine for XP. That feels awful. Absolutely rude. Oh, hello. I'm gonna take the XP. I did recently get the sword that scales your damage off of like resisting curses, so that's gonna be neat in the future. Oh no, it doesn't look like being stuck in the bramble is triggering retaliation, which is not good for the sake of dealing damage to Mr. Scarecrow. Like an infinite Scarecrow fight, is that possible? Oh no, I'm just gonna take 600 XP here. That's gonna help. Give me I'll take Breath of Fire to add burning. Sure. And I'll take Flare. Is way too late for intensity, but I mean, you know what? Maybe it wasn't. We're only level 12. In a normal run, it would be. Feels like everything prior to Scarecrow has been out to get us. Maybe we'll hit Inner Peace and everything will be great. What's over here? More attack speed's probably good. Maybe we have to kill these to spawn the next wave of monsters. I didn't even think about that. That might be a thing. I don't think it is, but here they come. So maybe there's some type of monster cap. I thought it was just like a limit to the number of monsters, but maybe it's like a limit to a certain power total of monsters. I don't know. Okay, if we take it all, if we just stand there and eat the whole thing, it seems good. Retribution, I mean, it's a lot of our damage right now. There's some shrines we get to be good. I mean, this is fine. It's a huge amount of HP regen. And extra XP. Not that the XP is really going to matter. Level 13 going into minute 14 is pretty feel bad, I will admit. I think if I could do this again, I would take out this 0.6 regen and put on a tier 3 like XP gain helmet. That, or maybe prioritize trying to get summer first so we get flares going. So the odd thing here is I just don't think we're gonna die, right? Yeah, we're not taking any damage and I'm just standing. We're not trying to dodge anything. The problem is none of his attacks are triggering our like good stuff. So to make this optimal, right, we would need a way to buff our damage. A good consistent way to buff our damage. So I think maybe just early on going full flare could do it. You could also like lean into attack stuff, not go power. I mean, honestly, this feels like it has a lot of versatility in where you're going because you get your prime damage stat from that final talent on Averon's tree. So you can kind of play this however you want to. You would have to have the accompanying gear because you do need a minimum threshold of life regen. Huh. So he can't kill us, right? We've established this. The fight's essentially over. But it's gonna take a while. Are we just gonna do this fight? Like, I think we'll finish for 20 minutes, obviously, but we could take this fight all the way into Lady of the Lake. Which, with the new boss transitions, I wonder what would happen. We're gonna have to test this out at some point. If I just stop attacking. Okay. You know what? For science, I'm gonna turn off my auto attack. We're just gonna hang out. If I step in the bramble, does that hurt him? No. It does hurt me though. It stops me from regenning, it seemed like. Or maybe I'm taking too much damage from it to recoup. All right, yeah, so what I'm gonna do to keep this not super boring is I'm gonna skip ahead until like closer to the Lady of the Lake time, like, I don't know, let's say like 19 minutes or something, 19 and a half. And then we'll see what happens going straight from Scarecrow to Lady of the Lake. All right, so I have not been attacking. We're approaching 19 minutes and 30 seconds. Scarecrow is still just below half health. He does not take a lot of damage from flare / retribution. He just doesn't, it's not that he doesn't take a lot of damage from it, he just doesn't trigger it that often. So it's pretty bad against Scarecrow for the sake of testing. Also, standing in the bramble does not seem to do anything. I don't know what's about to happen when we hit 20, so that's why I wanted to bring the video back. Are we gonna get yoinked into Lady of the Lake? Okay. So Scarecrow is still... Oh, we're fighting both. I see. Well, that's a real test, huh? I don't think it matters. The only downside is we haven't leveled any because of my shenanigans. So I guess we're gonna aim for trying to take down Lady of the Lake here. I'm gonna actually like go and fight her while scarecrowing. So you can, in fact, get dual bosses. This is hilarious. You don't want this, for the record. Like, you do not... If you're taking this long to kill a Scarecrow, it's a bad time, unless you're trying to... I don't know what you'd be trying to do, because this is an inefficient way to farm. I wonder if killing Lady of the Lake triggers the end of the run, though, while the Scarecrow is still alive. That would be wild. All right, well, let's... I mean, our damage hasn't improved, and she has more HP, but she does swing quite a bit more. So she's going to take a significant amount more damage. We're also, like, not in any fear of anything. Basically, as long as we're not standing in the bramble, we don't have a problem. That seems to do enough damage that we cannot sustain our HP. It's kind of funny. This is gonna take a minute, I think. I ponder that it will take multiple minutes. In fact, I'm just going to skip ahead till we're like she's almost dead, and we'll see what happens. Or if the Scarecrow dies first, you know, we'll see from there. But yeah, time to cut. The Scarecrow died at 24 minutes. We're now at 29 minutes of fighting the Lady of the Lake. I don't think I can recommend this as is unless you find some way of adding damage, but we are about to win with basically never having any fear. Nothing she has does damage. In fact, the homing electric balls are our most... that was my most powerful attack that run. When she hit us 6 times, we did the most damage back. It's a level 13 one with Aberon that took 30 minutes. I don't know if I recommend it, but it's really funny to just be straight up immortal. For sure. Top DPS, Breath of Fire, 2.6k. Oh my god. Second, Retribution. Or no, second is Quake. Third is Retribution at 816. That was a run. Let me tell you, that was a run. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I would lean a little heavier into damage. In fact, halfway through, I think the tree might have dropped this. I don't know. But it was in my inventory, so I put this on to help kill her faster. Because we were using this tier 2 thing. It was rough. That was a rough fight. All right, let's sell these purples. Nothing fancy out of that one, unfortunately. A whole lot of stuff here. Oh, master offers on a sword and damage and attack swing. All right, attack Aberon is coming pretty hard, it would seem. Ooh, half moon. Half moon. Look at that. That's pretty awesome. All right, well, anyways, this was ridiculous. I hope you all enjoyed it because I probably will not be doing that again. I think I would rather try to make this other unique sword he has work, this Lionheart, one of the new ones. Maybe we'll do that next video, maybe the one after that, I don't know, but this one looks very powerful. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed this, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how you feel about it. I would appreciate it, and I will see you all next time. Have a great day. Jeff out. Bye. Surprise, y'all. So I finished the other video and I started editing it, and I realized it didn't do it for me for like a full video. So you guys are gonna get a double run today, two runs, and we're gonna do what I was talking about at the end of the other video with the Lionheart weapon. I've switched up my gear. We're gonna be like pretty low HP with only 131, and we only have 1.2 life regen. The difference is our damage reduction is kind of outrageous. We're at 75% and then 25. That does not equal 100. It doesn't work like that. It takes damage from here and then 25% off of that. I think armor happens, then damage reduction. If I'm not mistaken, you can let me know in the comments if I am wrong there. And then we're also using the Heart of the Lion, you know, the Lionheart helm, the Lionheart weapon, not the Lionheart helm. That's from WoW. And the Uncursed, so whenever we resist status effects, we also get a bonus. And for the talent tree, I was gonna use the Rebuff the Wicked talent, and maybe I should. Actually, let's do it right now. I'm gonna redo this because I think I want to use it. So I want the dice. I want this armor all the way. I want Vanguard at 50% because that's kind of what we're doing. One riposte. I want as much bulwark as we can handle too, but we're taking one cleansing aura. We're not gonna take any more. I'm gonna take one stoicism. We're gonna take 2 rebuff the wicked. I'm gonna take as much bulwark as I can here. We are going to max out worldly study because locations are gonna go crazy this run. I will take 1 avenger. Okay, so here's the thing. The thing to remember about this is if my damage is not like even, I mean, getting more of your prime is just going to help your prime though, so I guess it doesn't matter. All right, so 1 devotion. I'll take 1 avenger. Just 1 avenger. You only get to pick 1. And then I'm going to go, I think 1 point of Edge of Divinity here is really strong. Just the 1. You don't need more because there's like diminishing returns on Smite. And then I want to go into more Bulwark. That's going to take us here. The best thing is Tectonic Plating because our armor is crazy. We'll deal with that in a second. Power damage, a percent of your attack damage is really good. 2% more damage in total is really good. We only have 2 points to spend before we take Champion, which is what we're going to take. We could get 20% life from heals. That's good. 8% luck is good, but I think we're going to stay away from luck and just like power stuff in general. I'm just going to take 2% more damage and we're just going to do it live, you know, whatever we end up with. So we don't have a prime stat with this gear, which I think that's kind of a problem. I think we should probably equip something, but we are using Crystal Ball. So we have like double location rarity, which is kind of crazy. Maybe I just find a ring that has some type of damage on it and we're fine with that. We could go like, we oddly don't have any attack damage. I do have attack speed here. We could just play with whatever we get in the run. Let's just do that. So anyways, that's what we're doing. We're using the Turtle Island chest piece. I'm using the big head helmet from Act 2. Crystal Ball from Act 2, Lionheart. This is a heavy, unique one. Black Pearl, we have 28 master offers. This is gonna be a wild run. All right, so we're gonna, our prime stat is gonna change here dramatically as we step into it. But let's go and see how this works. I think it's gonna be very strong. I have a feeling. So what we wanna do is we wanna find those shrines that give you like curses and debuffs and whatnot. For, you know, some type of benefit, and then we want to just eat them, basically. We do have reduced XP gain, which kind of sucks. What is time doing for us? I guess Alteration Ritual's fun, although it's worse. Oh, I only have 11 Alteration dice. That's gross. Oh, I didn't take the reroll. Whoops. It's fine. It's fine. Let's roll away from this. I'm not big on it. Okay, we can Radiance. Radiance is fine. Even if we're not immediately -4 armor, this is devastating. Literally one of the worst things. Okay, plus 6% heals kind of makes up for that. Radiance is just a way to deal damage. It's not incredible, but it should be all right. All right, summon damage. I think that puts our prime stat at summon. I don't think without summon count, we're going to be doing any like real summon shenanigans. But maybe. Maybe. I'm counting on some like rare locations here. But we're trying to compare this to the run that you guys just saw, right? Which was yesterday for me.
All sins lay bare.
Yeah, I'll send Slayed Bear for her, I bet. We'll take another point of this. I think that's a powerful strat. Oh man, I wish the bookshelves had like, you know what the bookshelf should have? Like XP tomes in them after you've finished everything. Evasion? We don't have base luck, so luck is worse. Evasion scales with that other shrine that gives you effects on evading. Right? That's my thought process here. The real tricky part of it, like this shrine exactly, the real tricky part of this is going to be dealing damage, right? Like, we're pretty, like, we have 294% damage, which is pretty strong, but at the same time, we aren't really focused on damage at all. Okay, we could do more stuff. Oh, we could mass serpent, black serpent, whatever. Mass serpent, black serpent, blue serpent, Lakers in 5. Let's just take, you know what? We did it with Maris. Why not go for it here? Cast and power crit? Actually, honestly, I'd rather have the 400% life. Let's be real. Maybe we devote ourselves to Mort. 20% damage is kind of sick. Ooh, chilling attack? Okay. I don't hate this. It's a very odd start, though. But to be fair, I don't really know what we were going for damage-wise. We're just kind of like taking skills that show up and then make them work. Using the shrines that we get. All right, this guy, whenever you gain a level, attack goes to strike, cast goes to attack, power goes to cast. Sure, power goes to cast. Not that it really does anything. Interestingly, there are some very powerful shrines we could stumble upon here, I think. It's also funny that I think we're like already about as high level as we were in the other run. Frozen treasure. Well, we're already getting like max everything. What if we take dive? Haven't really been diving much at all. I don't like this one. These aren't curses. I don't think this 10 max life is a curse. It's definitely not a status effect. We also like don't get status affected. We found an item. Yay. Okay, can our shrines be a little more rare? I feel like with the 100% rarity stacked with the 100% rarity on our item, we should be getting a little bit better than this, but it is what it is. Speaking of dumb things, whenever you break a barrier, gain 20% damage for 9 seconds is okay. Whenever you kill 12 enemies, gain 2 damage for 3 seconds is actually kind of insane. Whack them. So it's only really good because of black snakes and its infusion. Honestly, I think banishes are going to be better here. I just got to make sure I use them. YouTube Jeff has this problem of not using all of his dice when he should, whereas like off recording Jeff definitely like goes crazy with his dice. So I need to work on that. Are we on status damage now? No, we're on attack damage right now. Are we back? We're still on attack. The whole exalted thing's gonna be very odd. Cursed. Coffin curse. That is not a status effect, nor a curse? Maybe? is a curse. I mean, it says curse. Maybe it is a curse. If that's the case, I just want to pick up everything. Open all the tombs. We don't care what happens to the world. I will take Black Serpents. Let's be real here. We're about to Black Serpent our way to a lot of experience. Whenever the fates show up. Ooh, 20% luck is... I don't know what 20% luck is here. It doesn't really do anything. 2% cast damage is kind of sick, though. I also feel like we haven't really been hit yet. Let me rephrase. I also feel like we haven't really been hurt yet. We've definitely been hit. Oh, hello, more altar. So, I'm gonna shell out for YouTube. We're gonna go to legendaries. We're gonna make Fluffy sick. Man hates his legendaries. Oh, didn't curse me. I mean, we have Mort and we have Winter. This shrine is really interesting to me. So, you can get a revive here, which is like really, really strong. You can also just take 600 XP, which is also really strong. Permanent 0.07 life regen isn't terrible either. I'm gonna just take the life. I just don't see ourselves getting injured to the point where we worry. Oh, are we getting another? Okay, we have all the banishes now. So every level I should be banishing probably 2 things. Let's kill the... Let's get this bomber to kill himself is the trick. We don't want this, so let's get it out of here. We may want fear. It's possible, so I will not banish fear. I think this is like going fine. We're +1 revive so far. Still don't feel like we're doing much damage, but that's kind of to be expected. Chance to poison on attack. That's actually not bad. Strike damage. We're still on attack as our prime stat. Oh, of course we are. We took the attack. We took chilling attack. That basically does it. When everything's neutral, the attack bonus that you take is gonna be your main thing. I don't... Oh, we did resist that. We definitely resisted it, and our damage went up a little bit. Okay. It's like a 30-second buff. It's kind of sick. Can we eat these as well? I'll take the cast. 20% cast area. No debuff. Plus damage. Yeah, that is exactly how it works. Just kind of insane. Armor. Armor is king here. That puts us at 650 or 649.7 if you want to be precise. You want to be technically correct, even though that is the best kind of correct. It is frustrating. So yeah, if all these negative things from shrines are indeed curses, which I'm gonna say I think most of them are, but some of them might not. It strikes me as one of those things where I wouldn't be surprised if there are exceptions to the rule. But that does mean that this setup is kind of ridiculous. And if you could get enough move speed where you could just zip around from shrine to shrine on Aberon, you could be doing a lot. It also, plus duration gear goes crazy here. I unfortunately don't really have any for Aberon. All right, let's see how D50 Frog handles this. We don't do a lot of damage. He doesn't hurt us. So unlike the other build, right, with the regeneration, this one takes damage. Like, we will slowly die if I choose not to avoid anything. But also our blocking is crazy, and we didn't take like flare or anything to our retribution or anything to counter this. But we're doing enough damage that he is going to die before too long.
So we're not gonna have like another 30-minute boss fight or 30-minute run. Because if he dies here, you know, in a few seconds, then we'll actually have time to do other stuff, get more powerful. I think that's one of the tricks too. If you do like an invulnerable type run, you need to make sure that you're still able to kill the bosses timely, the first boss timely specifically, because if you don't kill him, you don't have time to like go get shrines and power up and everything. Lost life plus attack damage all day, every day. So yeah, all we really want to do is just go find curses, which is funny. No, I remember not to mute the mic there before I had to cough. Yeah, we're basically a Jujutsu Kaisen character. Averon the Cursed Hunter. An item. There's... Okay. I'm not even looking at my screen right now. I'm looking up here. Strike damage, 12%. That's a big number. Whenever you traverse, give me the cast damage. I think. Oh, I've been cursed. Oh, I don't think it worked. Damage is at 360. Yeah, I definitely blocked that one. Wait, are we even able to be cursed? Wait, we have... Whenever you resist... Okay, so this doesn't do anything for resisting. 40%, plus we have, what, 40 from our talents? Okay, so we have an 80% chance to resist. So we can... Well, I guess we did earlier, yeah, duh. But it's much more likely we get the 1 in 5, the Pokemon TCG Wonder Pick rates. Which, if that's the case, will never be cursed because I never get my Wonder Pick. All right, I'm gonna take Lightning Zaps. They all hit the same boss. It's pretty good. 12 power damage. Okay. Keep the faith, you say. Ah. Interesting. Interesting. We missed Black Snakes here. I don't know that conviction at... I don't know that any of these at this rate are any good, so I'm gonna roll away here. Hell yes. I'm just gonna hit execution. Yeah. I would take deadly attack, so I'm not even thinking about banishing that. And then maybe we try to alterate back to the fates. That was just not it. I do think the radiance buff is kind of nice. If you could get it, if that's 12% at novice, if it goes linearly up to like 48% at master per level, and you can stay above that HP threshold, it's pretty good. Do I want to go for another revive? Why not? We have 4 revives. Let's kill all these skeletons. Oh, the sound of smite. So we're still gaining 8 HP while we're here. Like, these guys can't hurt us. We're also, like, not doing a lot of damage. Maybe I should just be... I don't know. Having the Black Snake infusion right now would have been absurd. We would be getting everything. Unfortunately, that is not the case. Just give me a level. We're about to level. Thank you. Thank you. Get some cursed guys going. It's obviously not going to be as strong as Amaris, I don't think, but it should be good enough. I think it should be good enough to trigger enough to make it worth it. I hope. If it's not, then, well, we learned a lesson. There is a threshold on how powerful that ability is, but Whatever, whatever. 12%. Yeah, I guess we'll take the 12% cast damage. Obviously, power is like the normal pick for Averon, but we're not quite there yet, and I'd rather take what makes us stronger now. Look at the off-screen XP. More altar. All right, I'm gonna press that. That puts us at 16% legends on 28% masters. That's not too unlikely. We have some really big hits too. These are not exciting for the record. I guess I'll take more pickup drops. I guess we could have taken adept drops just to like remove the possibility of missing, but yeah. So we've kind of fallen off XP wise, which is, again, the thing I was concerned about with any of these like super defensive runs. And once you start to fall behind XP wise, it's kind of a problem. Radiance goes up a little bit. Could get greedy. Sword of Justice is a lot of free damage. I'm gonna get rid of Purification. I don't think we need it. Maybe we just take Sword of Justice. That feels like a science pick to me, but I think it ends up doing a lot for one level. It's very funny to me that we have 4 lives, though. I guess I could be dashing. I do have dive.
You know how some say death.
What you got for me? Necromancy? You have Master Neck. We're not killing enough things for this. I'm going to banish both of these and take Black Serpents here. I mean, if Black Serpents can one-shot a group, then that will lead us to the Promised Land. It's also very possible you just split your differences here. Don't use Big Head because of how devastating it can be. And then just run like a good tier 3 helm that has, you know, damage on it or something. You know, like pick your damage type and go with it. All right, what's an Elite Naga gonna do? Oh, he's gonna do some damage. Okay, that guy is actually a problem for this. I think he's likely worse than Scarecrow. It's over here. This is cast damage. Cast duration. Ooh, cast duration. Oh, your summons are charmed. Gain 13% speed. So that's how you do the face yourself one. Ghost attack, you gain 15 summon damage. No, I don't think we're doing that. It's really... Did these affect off the duration? I don't think they do. I think it's off of range and velocity, so it doesn't matter. So just lose 12 life, get 15 cast damage. Make them better. The problem with them is they're really bad against bosses, and that's what we invested in, and we just don't have the other stuff for it. Maybe we take attack speed. It's not the worst. I mean, I'll take armor. It was a fake shrine to fully heal me. I mean, I'm not too concerned about that. All right, so that hits for like 10 damage. So, like, redoing this, I think if you're gonna run this, I think you really want to pick a damage type and figure out what your plan is early. Trying to just makeshift it through is not an efficient way to handle this. I mean, this looks better than the last guy, like, time-wise. We're definitely not going to 20 minutes against the Scarecrow, which is good. No dual boss fights. But
Definitely don't feel insanely powerful. Maybe, you know what? The mistake was taking chilled attack instead of deadly strike. Because if we had taken deadly strike, we could have been proccing curse, and then we could have taken soul stealers as our strike, and then we had or like ravens as our summon, and we could just go on like full in on that. I think that would have done significantly more damage. We lose a life here, it doesn't really matter. We have so many. We kind of just want to kill him. Like this fight, this does become a problem, right? Unlike the other run, which was inevitably going to win in our victory, or inevitably end in our victory, this one does not have that because we do take damage. I'm not dodging for 5 minutes against the Lady of the Lake. Yeah, this feels awful right now. So we kind of, I guess we sold on leaning into black snakes. Just doesn't do enough damage to get us what we really want. Huh. Interesting. So technically, the other build was more powerful. And I only say that because, like, we're 2 minutes in, right? He's half life. By the time we get out of here, we're not going to have time to go get powerful before Lady of the Lake. But let's just kill the Scarecrow and then see what we can do. Interesting. Very interesting. I thought the extra flat damage from having this would help a little bit, but I guess 6% for every 100 is only, what? So we have, let's say 600 just to make it easy. It's only 36% damage. That's really not that much. Maybe that talent's just not worth anything. Or maybe the real answer here is using Turtle Island plus Big Head is just not the way to, like, you're giving up too much damage for those two pieces. I don't know. We'll see if we can salvage the run here. We still have 3 lives. If I can kill him before 18 minutes, we'll have some time to hit a few shrines, level up a couple times. Maybe we hit... This game needs like a static, like D2. You know, you run up to the bosses and just take 75% of their life off, or what was it in Hell? 50%? Or 30%? I don't remember. It's been so long. But something like that. I don't really want to lose another life here, but I think we're going to. If I was more careful earlier, I think we could have taken a lot less damage, but I've also kind of conceded that this feels bad. I think chain curse stuff would work. Also oh, he didn't drop anything? That's disgusting. He did not drop a mythic or a rare. Unbelievable. I think we have to take fear here. Actually, no. We have to alterate for legendaries. Yeah. That's not where you want to be. Light sword is a chance to charm enemies temporarily. I did not know that's what that did. It's kind of neat. Unfortunately, we're only worried about bosses. Missed. Radiance up, maybe? No, Radiance is bad against Lady of the Lake. Ooh. Ooh, gross. Soul Stealers? I mean, Soul Stealers is like the closest thing to static, right? Maybe this works out. I don't know. Every 20 seconds, gain 60 armor. Sounds good. Sounds good. It helps to have a plan. Coming in without a plan, maybe just not a good idea. Especially considering our
like buff from our sword is very much temporary. If it was like reduced and permanent, it'd probably be better. But you also don't want to be having like 4 or 5 minute boss fights. Let's be real. Those are atrocious. If the Scarecrow went that badly, I don't know how he handled the lady. Can you guys just explode, please? Thank you. It's like free XP. Radiance without extra aura is also kind of a problem when you're trying to like go and hit shrines. It's a counterintuitive effect. We have double damage right now. You wouldn't know it. You wouldn't know it. Oh man, level 14 at 19 minutes is making me a sad panda. Let's be real. This whole video, like, this is like a continuation of yesterday's suffering. Whether or not it's working is entirely separate from how satisfying it is. It's not. Slap on some luck, play Flare, and win that way. And just figure out your single target. Oh, there's Mayhem. Gain permanent status damage, huh? It's a little late, I think. Maybe take Ravens. Every 6 attacks gain damage, sure. Oh my god, this is not good. Maybe we can win? I mean, you definitely can win, right? You just have to dodge for a while, which is not the easiest to do. Is her bar moving? I think if we had infused ravens instead of the stupid sword, we'd be doing way better. Because then we really couldn't die. Yeah, I think like a full Mort Death Knight version of this would be really cool. I'm probably gonna try and lean into that, and then we could like invest in some stats on our chest piece and helmet. We could go with infused ravens because Averon does get 2 summon slots, so we could heal that way. It seems reasonable. I just don't know if we want us to be using the Lionheart sword. I think probably just a regular, like a better ruled mythic sword was going to end up being better. If I had to guess. This is a duel. I wouldn't exactly call it the Duel of the Fates, but you know, it's something like that. Maybe we win? The thing is, we have pretty decent regen, and we don't take a lot of damage, so... Whenever she's away, we're kind of healing a little bit by little bit. And then we have brief moments of smite. It is harder to dodge than waterfowl dance, though. Like, at least that had a pretty consistent rhythm. This, she just kind of goes. And as you turn up difficulty, it gets way more difficult because she's just like constantly moving. This is just abysmal damage. I'm just gonna die. I'm just gonna do this. We're just gonna end the run. I don't feel like doing that for another 5 minutes. Black Serpents was okay. Chilling attack. This is just not enough damage for this. I am. Yeah, let's go look at our gear real quick and see if we make any changes. Also, the bosses kind of drop trash. So my immediate thought, right, is to go over here, click on helmets, and then find something that does a lot, like this black chain, like this immediately, and then straight into this. So this is like 48 plus 26. Is that like 74% more global damage plus strike damage, plus we get a black chain lightning attached to it. I think crystal ball might have been not really doing enough. You could also like go to your relics, try and find something fancy, find a strike, find like a luck relic. Run kind of a similar thing, except you're doing more crits. You could also switch out the gloves for something with luck on it. Probably be better. This thing has a bunch of luck. And then all of a sudden you're like 9% black chain lightning. You know you're gonna lean into strikes because you already have strike damage. Don't take an attack because it's gonna put your prime ability into attacks. And then you're sitting at, yeah, this is way better. This is way better. And just go strike build. And then hopefully you get enough stuff to make it work. Let's see if we found anything good for this. That is a high attack damage sword, huh? I'm going to purchase that. We also got looter. 70% summon duration. Attack count, bounce, crit. Oh, these are all very silly. Cast damage jewel. I mean, none of these things are really getting me, but yeah, that was a little disappointing. I think I'm a little sad that Lionheart doesn't go as hard as I would like it to. Maybe if you get full duration, it could be better. But first attempt was kind of whack. I think leaning into this locations being rarer wasn't as good as just like taking the damage stuff. Also grabbing rerolls here, forgetting about that was funny. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys liked the longer video, even though it was two like relatively unexciting runs in my opinion. I think we'll be back tomorrow with Nixie, right? We haven't done Nixie. I do want to, she's on the list. Probably Nixie. No promises though. Anyways, if you liked the video, don't forget to do YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow. Jeff out. Bye.